Greetings, everyone. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Earth. And this is Gaia Earth Goddess back with another video. I just wanted to touch on this topic because it's current, it's happening, it's recent, and I recently just had a major divine download about this situation. It's about the judge who was so-called attacked by the quote-unquote black guy in the courtroom after she announced his sentencing. I think her name is Mary Kay Holtis, and his name is Deobra Redden or something like that, or something Deobra Redden. But I had a download about this situation yesterday, and I just wanted to share it because I feel like if I have a download, it's meant to be shared. I can't just hold it in and keep it to myself. And I was trying to explain it yesterday, but I wanted to vocalize it because, saying it is better than typing it. So my thing about this situation is I had a download about it. I can see clearly that this situation is another example of the wicked MK Ultra mind control that they have a lot of people under who exhibit mental health history, like mental health issues in their history. And what I mean by that is, I peeped it when I first looked at the picture of the judge that's floating around the internet. If you look at her eyes and you look deeply at her eyes, you can tell that something is not right about her eyes. Her eyes look cold, they look empty, and that is an indication that she has a very negative spirit. She has a very dark spirit, and you can tell that she has these reptilian eyes. Now, reptilian shapeshifters, for all of you that don't know, they're a species of extraterrestrials, aka interdimensionals, whatever, aliens as you want to say. It depends on who's saying it. A lot of them live on Earth, but they can take on a human form. But what gives them away every time is the eyes. Sometimes the ears, most of the time the eyes, because their soul is different. And your eyes are the window to the soul. So what you see in their eyes is a dead giveaway. Now, some people are vibrating on a certain frequency where they can see this and see the shiftiness and the demented and emptiness of their eyes. And then some people are not vibrating on that frequency yet, and they can't see it. A lot of celebrities are reptilians, and I can see a picture of someone and I can tell, oh, that's reptilian, that's not a person. But some people really they're not on that frequency yet. Not saying they won't be, but they're not there yet. So a lot of people aren't seeing this. They're not seeing what's actually going on. But I was talking about the issue online, on a live, and I had a divine download right then and there that she was a reptilian shapeshifter, and that the man who quote unquote attacked her wasn't even trying to attack her. Because if you watch the full video, if you watch the full video of the incident, before he quote unquote attacked her, he was talking very calmly. He mentioned that he had a history of mental health issues. He mentioned that he was bettering his life. He mentioned that he had just gotten a new job and he was trying his hardest to do right. Very calm demeanor. And then as soon as she spoke, she kind of scoffed what he said off, and when she spoke, all of a sudden he went to from 0 to 100 and just leapt at this woman. And the reason he did is because when you research MK Ultra mind control, it is a mind control that was developed by our government and is used by the Illuminati, where they send out certain signals to basically make people do things. So a lot of these people who have mental health issues, they don't have mental health issues. They are getting signals and frequencies from our government that's putting it out, that's telling them to do crazy things, wild things, and it's triggering them. So how are they using MK mind control? MK Ultra mind control. One way that they're doing it is that they use trigger words. They will actually train these people to react off of certain words, and they'll hear that word and they'll just go blank and do whatever they were trained to do. A lot of MK Ultra mind control victims, they are kidnapped in their sleep. They are taken to these facilities where they are microchips are put in them. They're put in in a hypnotic state, and they are literally trained to behave a certain way. and be a certain way, and they infiltrate their minds with certain words to trigger certain behavior. That's why you have all these people who are these shooters who are going out and shooting up schools and stuff. The reason that it is because they have been affected by the MK mind control. And when they get abducted at night, their memories are erased. They don't remember it. They just feel like they're going crazy. They hear a certain word and their brain just snaps. The mind control kicks in and they react exactly how they were trained to do. And this is a real thing. If you've never heard of MK Ultra mind control, please research it. It's a real thing. One of the first people to ever be controlled by it was Marilyn Monroe. She was controlled by it. I don't know if I can say it. I'm going to say hexually. So you replace that H with an S. And they trained her to be like a hex bot. And so men, other celebrities who were in the know with the Illuminati could walk up to her and say a certain word or combinations of word, and that would trigger her brain, and for the next couple of hours she would be their prostitute. And she was very depressed. She tried to commit suicide multiple times because she didn't know why she was behaving that way, because she had already been taken to this facility and she was literally trained to be a bot. They are doing this to people. And a lot of people who exhibited mental health issues, they're taking them and they won't even have the mental health issues. They will make them think they have mental health issues, and they will be actually doing this to their brain. And their brain will be going haywire, and they think it's a mental health issue. It's because of the MK Ultra mind control. They put the frequencies out in the atmosphere. That's why so many people in America have this groupthink, where everybody believes the same thing. Like it's like you try to tell people something different and like, oh no, see, the news said, and see, when I was in 4th grade we learned, and this and this and this and that, and this is right and this is wrong. And it's like a group think, because they actually put the frequencies out into the atmosphere, and it affects a lot of people in our population. So people like me who are vibrating on a different frequency, it doesn't hit us, but the general public, about 80% of us, it hits. And that's why everybody has this, it's like a groupthink mentality. Everybody, for the most part, is thinking the same. It's a few people like me that are like thinking outside of the box. All of this is stemming from this MK Ultra mind control. The reason why I know it was MK Ultra is because the judge said what she said, and he ran up to, quote unquote, attack her. And any normal person in this situation, if you see someone running up on you from afar and they're coming to attack you, your mind is going to tell you to move. Your mind is going to tell you to get up. Your mind will tell you to run. She sat there, watched the video until he almost got to her. And when he almost got to her, she barely turned. And when she barely turned, she almost had a smirk on her face, because she knew exactly what she was doing. She's a reptilian shapeshifter. Those are the aliens that are working with the Illuminati, that are working in the government, that are working high up as judges and things like that. She knew what combination of words to say. She knew it. She knew what trigger word to say to trigger that reaction. And it's not just, oh, you have to control your emotions so people won't trigger you. It wasn't the emotions. He was mind controlled. And people who are mind controlled have certain words that when you say that, the mind control component kicks in. Their conscious brain shuts off and they just react. It's like turning on a light switch on someone. So it's not that she knew what word to say. Something about that sentence she said right before he quote unquote attacked her had the trigger word in it. I'm not sure which word it was. I don't know if it was a combination of words. When she said it, it triggered him, and then he ran up and he reacted off of what he was trained to do off of that word. He blacked out. He probably didn't even remember it happening. And I had this divine download yesterday about it, and it made me have tears in my eyes, because this man is innocent. He blacked out because he was under mind control, and this is a real thing. And also, you can tell that all this was rigged because it hit CNN right after it happened, and you already know CNN and Illuminati are like this, so you automatically know something's on CNN. It's either rigged or fake. Somewhere it's fake. Okay, so it hit CNN. And if you've ever watched any, not like Judge Judy and Judge Joe Brown, but if you like watch footage from like court, like regular court, and everybody's seen like snippets of people going to court. The video is never this clear. I don't know if you guys noticed. The video footage of this incident was so clear. You got 2 camera angles. You got one facing the judge, one facing the man. I mean, they got camera angles galore. It's crisp, it's clear. I mean, it just seems like it's a little bit too staged. Like all this was set up. They set this man up. They MK Ultra mind control him for this moment right here. They got that judge for this moment. Everybody was in on this. Bailiffs, everybody. Just so they could trigger him. Just so they could get a video of this so-called attack in the media. Just for what? For what? What was the purpose of all of this? Just to distract you. Why? Because the Illuminati is doing some underhanded stuff and they don't want you to pay attention to what they're doing over here. So they make a whole fiasco over there. And everybody's caught up in the Psyop, caught up in the red flag event, caught up in the fake event, and not paying attention to what's really going on. Not paying attention to that it's dead winter and there's flowers blooming and there's ladybugs out and there's butterflies out and things are growing where they shouldn't be. Not paying attention to the fact that we haven't seen the sun in like how long? Not paying attention to simple things that are going on. Inconsistencies. Not paying attention to the fact that it doesn't even feel like a quote unquote new year. The energy is off. Not paying, you can't pay attention to the sky. There's things happening in the sky. I see shapes in the sky all the time. You know how many saucers I've seen in the sky? Clouds that are obviously saucers disguised. But people aren't paying attention to stuff because of psyops like this. So all of this was a psyop. And I had a divine download. I got this straight from my higher self. I got this straight from source. This is a MK Ultra mind control situation. One of those stories. Almost every time you hear about something crazy like this, it's MK Ultra. And he's innocent. So they need to let this man out of jail. He was trying to do better with his life. Why would somebody who's trying to do better with their life just run up on a quote unquote judge? Because she's not a real judge because she's not a person. She's a blood sucking reptilian. And she's evil for what she did. And everybody who was in cahoots with this was evil. CNN, everybody. So I just wanted to get this out there. I just had to get this out. This is a divine download. Whenever I have a divine download about something, I want to tell it so people will know, so I can resonate with people, so people can resonate with me and they can be aware of what's actually happening. The world is a stage. Everything is fake. So you have to really pay attention and have to connect with source. I just looked up and saw the word source right here in my car. Like, as I'm still resonating, I'm still having these downloads. You have to connect with source. You have to stay connected, because once you do that, it opens your third eye. You wake up, and when you wake up, you can see through all of this. You start vibrating on a frequency that's above everyone else. Not saying you better, but you be vibrating not above, but differently. And you can see through things. You can see the reptilians. You can see the staged events. You can see evidence of the MK Ultra mind control. You can see so many things. This is why I don't vote. This is why I don't vaccinate my children. This is why, because I can see through all this. You cannot just go through the motions anymore. It's getting down to the wire now. It's getting like we have to wake up as a people. So I just wanted to let you guys know about my divine download. Peace, light, and love, and peace to the gods on the realm of Gaia, on the realm of Kai, on this earth. And you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.